People just hoping to make one or two of you feel like just truly deeply acknowledged in some way over the next few days. Here's here's a method that should be quick, easy, although powerful and profoundly powerful. For finding if you do in fact genuinely have any hope in any situation, and from there you could apply the esoteric stuff in order to expand, like just to get guidance and to have more hope in the situation. And why have I derived it from the principle of the relief placebo? Well, because I just don't feel that hopeful, so I thought I'd connect one or two more dots of the relief placebo, just essentially. So like ditching the tuning fork and also ditching this camphor, which works excellently well with the central heart pose and peak state gestures, which I've used quite a few today, but because I've upgraded the peak state gest, I've upgraded two of the peak state gestures that rely on your heart. So Amy's excited to like just in giving people just in basically saying thank yous to people through my third eye without them knowing about it. So once you have this down, and once your third eye is open enough to either gain energy from a distance through distance energy transfer, or do qigong, like use one of these crystals to just get guidance on how to achieve more hope in a situation, then you should be able to. And getting spiritual with it, have God just show you the way out of it and show you if there is any light in the situation. And granted, from what I've experienced in my life, which shouldn't even be possible, shouldn't even be humanly possible, and I basically feel like I've came from places where there's less than no hope, and I feel like I basically came to Southwold and created hope when, like, invented a lot of hope where there just hasn't been any. And, well, now I have a lot more than I did like a year and a half ago. When I came to Southwold in, like smack bang December, like Christmas of 2021. So got here 2022, felt like there was far less than any hope whatsoever. And, well, now I'm deeply loved by a lot of people, deeply inspired a lot of people, perhaps changed one or two people's lives. I was an inch away from changing this old guy's life, although that just didn't turn out to be a good thing. And so I basically said, like, you can watch one of the other videos on the relief receiver. Although I said the core principle of doing energy work with, I believe, any emotional experience at first. So say I want to breathe better with an experience. Being able to breathe better with anything, just point to where the thing is stored in the front of your lungs. Say, oh, I can't breathe. Here's the reason why I can't breathe. Here's the feeling that I can't breathe right here. And after that, there's going to be an energy ball associated with that feeling, and so just work with that energy ball. Expand that concept to the central heart gesture, like where people just go, I have a lot of hope right now. This means that if you can't feel hopeful for no reason, then you're in a lot of trouble. I've been there, and it's taken me over a year and a half of a tremendous amount of effort to nobody should have put in. Nobody should have felt forced to put in order to get out of the troughs that I have been in. We're only going to apply that first with one of our hands. You are going to have feelings stored in your hand via neurotransmitters and the scientific stuff. Your system is going to have stored your emotional information for how, for where, for how, for what reasons you have to feel hopeful in your hand somewhere. And we're going to start with the meridian of the middle finger, the pericardium, the two wall muscle linings of your heart. And we're going to press release using the same meridian for that feeling of hope. So if I go right here, and you just intend on breathing in hope as you press the middle finger into that middle finger's meridian line, and try to feel hopeful for some reason. Try to feel hopeful for no reason. I've just been doing this regarding, like, I want to make quite a deep impact on someone over the next 1 or 2 days, and I hope that someone will listen enough to have me help them just break out quite easily of one of the major addictions. I really hope that I can, that two parents will be open enough and emotionally mature enough for me to help with that aspect, just so that they don't make the same mistake which most parents do and just create a ton of grief and low esteem for their child. So all you're going to do here is press release, try to feel hopeful for no reason along that middle finger at first, and see what reactions it gives you, and where in your system your hand's going to move to absorb hope in various places, might not expect them, and just to find where it is in your system along with the genuine reaction that you have. So do I feel hopeful for my dog? Absolutely not. Palm the face automatically, and then just go back to that central point. And if you actually do genuinely feel really hopeful for the thing, then you would actually go into the central heart pose. Get it? Tell me if this works for you, and if it doesn't, we'll troubleshoot why it doesn't.